I don't know about you, but Polaroid, it's something I don't shoot often, something I should shoot more often, but there's always one good excuse. Polaroid week, and today I'm going to help you prep for it. Hey there, Alex Lokes here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to help you get ready for Polaroid week. Now, Polaroid and I don't always go together well. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship for it. I love shooting the format, I love that instant photography feeling, but there's a certain cost attached to it and a certain level of frustration because the cameras are starting to get old. And I actually have one of the first Polaroid cameras ever produced, the original folding SLR SX70, but I don't use this camera this often. It's not working too well because, again, it is getting on in years. I also have one of the last Polaroid cameras ever produced. This one was produced in about the early 2000s, so it works really well, and I love the form factor. It reminds me a lot of the Spectra series, which sadly you can no longer get new film for it. But I can get film for my Polaroid 1, I can get film for my SX70 type Polaroids. But how do you know that your camera actually works? You really don't want to blow $30 Canadian on a pack of film only to have you stick it in the camera, nothing ejects, pass the dark slide, or the camera spits out every single frame in your 8-frame pack all at once. And yes, I've had both those things happen to me. So today I'm going to show you how to make a test pack of film using pre-exposed Polaroid film and a freshly shot pack and a dark slide. Alright, so let's move over to the kitchen table and I can show you what you need and how to put it together. Okay, so here before me I have everything I need to put a pack together. Unfortunately, the pack I found yesterday in my Polaroid 1 had already been partially shot. As you can see, there are 5 frames here. And this is an older pack. I actually don't remember when I started shooting it. So, unfortunately, I ended up with one completely blank because that ended up being the dark slide. This one, the chemical pack, had dried up. And then I actually got 2 okay ones and one with only a little bit of damage. But I have the pack right here. This is a new one. And you do want to have one as fresh as possible. The battery will last for about 4 to 5 packs of film before it completely discharges. But you do want one with the actual battery. So either the SX70 or the 600 type. You don't want the I type. Those are designed for the new cameras that have batteries in the camera body itself. So this is the type of pack you want. And the nice thing is that it's the same reel format between both the 600 and the SX70. So this will work well to test both types of cameras. It won't work in the Spectras, but again, Spectras really don't matter. So most people will say just put in a dark slide, slide it in, and it will show that it works popping out. But you really want to make sure that it actually still ejects film one at a time, and you want to have a few items in here to really test the camera's mechanical functionality. So you want to start sliding these in through the slot back in. You might need to push down the center here. And then usually I only fill it up about halfway because really that's all you need. Now normally what I do at this point is I'd slide over a dark slide, but again I don't have one. So once that's done, you can pull out your test camera. In my case, I'm using a Polaroid Spirit, which is a Type 600 camera. Open it up and stick in the pack. Okay, so with the pack, with your pack, you just fully insert it into the camera and it should spit out that first dark slide. Next step, trigger, release. So as you can see, this Spirit works perfectly and will suit just fine. And I actually really like this camera. It works really well, nice classic design. So now that I know that it works, sometimes you do get a camera where it doesn't work. Let me show you that. Okay, so I have now my, my SX70, which has been a shelf queen for years. And again, pack of film, slide it in. Oh, it works, but it really doesn't like that. Let's see here. See? So now I know that this camera is not one that I'd really want to use for Polaroid Week, which is truly unfortunate because these are super fun to use. And if you do find one in good working condition, they produce amazing images. So that's it for the mechanical side of things. Let me go, let me go back to the chair and I can tell you a few more things to look at when trying to select a Polaroid to shoot for Polaroid Week. Okay, so now that you know that you have a mechanically working camera, there are a couple other things that you should actually be looking at when making that final selection or making that purchase. And you do want to actually take a look inside the camera itself, into the film cavity. And you want to definitely take a look, use a flashlight, even your phone will do. Make sure that there's no contamination or corrosion on the battery contacts. And also the second thing you'll want to take a look at is the rollers. You want to make sure that these are clean. They'll have a bit of a rough texture on them, but that's what they're supposed to do. You really want these clean because if they're not clean, you'll get uneven chemical spread when those pods are cracked that first pack of good film you put through it. And of course, you just want to take a look, make sure there's no cracks, major dings, dents in the body, and that the lens is clear. Unfortunately, the one thing that this test pack won't do is to make sure that the exposure system is working. That, unfortunately, you will have to sacrifice at least one test pack through. And that comes to another thing. These test packs, you do need to have previously shot film. So if you're into Polaroid, you probably already have this. If not, you might want to reach out to someone who is nearby on any of the film photography Facebook groups that you're in. See if anyone is willing to send you one of those battery packs or a test pack that they've made. I hope this helps in getting you ready for Polaroid Week. I know I'm looking forward to it. I got 3 packs of film ready and raring to go. I'll probably be doing most of my shooting through my Polaroid 1, although I might be using my Impulse and my Spirit as well, depending on the day and really how I'm feeling. So watch for that video in October. Polaroid Week this year is running from the end of October, so October 24th to October 29th. So that's when I'll be shooting it. You'll see the video in November. And I hope I have good weather and a really good chance to get out there and share some instant love for me. That's it. As always, get out there, stay safe, make something cool happen.